What's happening, everybody? It's Sean with Reactions to the Classics. Today we got a little Halloween instrumental song battle. We got Tubular Bells from the great Mike Oldfield versus Frankenstein by the Edgar Winter Group, brought to us by friend, longtime supporter, and patron of the channel, Seals. Thank you, Seals. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the patrons who make this thing go. If you'd like to support us in any way, check out the Patreon link below or the patron link on the end screen. Okay, it's October of 2024 when I'm recording this, obviously for the Halloween theme. All right, let's start this off with Tubular Bells from Mike Oldfield from the album of the same name, the 1973 debut. A little interesting stuff on the album. It was the first album on Virgin Records, like ever, and he was only 19 years old at the time. There's only 2 songs on here, long instrumentals, right? It initially sold slowly, but gained worldwide attention in December of 1973 when its opening theme was used for the soundtrack to the horror film The Exorcist. This led to a surge in sales, which increased Oldfield's profile and played an important part in the growth of the Virgin Group. So just that one decision. Here's how that came about. The director, William Friedkin, had decided to discard the original score and was looking for music to replace it. He was visiting the offices of the great Ahmet Ertegun, the president of Atlantic Records, who distributed Tubular Bells in the U.S., and picking up a white label of the album from the selection of records in Ertegun's office. He put it on the record player and instantly decided the music would be perfect for the film. Although the introduction only features briefly in 2 scenes, it's become the track most commonly associated with the film. Oldfield said he did not want to see the film because he believed it would be too frightening. So just those happenstances in life might have caused Virgin Records to explode, right? What if that would have never happened? And the song, and just playing the very first part of it, the song is 26 minutes long, but you see the edit down below. That's not what we're going to listen to. But I have never seen The Exorcist. I don't know if I'll know this song or not. We did horror movies different in the 70s. I was born in 71. Like, they were scary. The 80s movies, Halloween, I know part of that happened in the 70s, and Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. No. Like, we did The Exorcist and The Shining, which, actually popped into 1980, really. Salem's Lot, the Amityville Horror from 1970. Like, those were a different kind of movie that I don't love, man, because they're a little scary, man. So I would say I'm going to have the lyrics up as always. I almost did out of habit, but there's no lyrics. These are instrumentals. Thanks to Seals for this creative battle. Let's get it. All right, really just the opening of Tubular Bells, from what I understand. I didn't know this song. Obviously, the movie's iconic, and so if you hear this and you know the movie, it brings you right back there, and that's the idea of it. So great choice there. Now we go to Frankenstein by the Edgar Winter Group from the album They Only Come Out at Night in 1972. This actually topped the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart for 1 week in May of '73, being replaced by the great Paul McCartney's My Love, and this sold over 1 million copies, went to 1 in Canada, 18 in the UK. Coined by the band's drummer Chuck Ruff, the song's title came from the massive editing of the original studio recording. As the band deviated from the musical arrangement into less structured jams, the song required numerous edits to shorten it. The final track was spliced together from many sections of the original recording. Winter also frequently referred to the appropriateness of the name in relation to its monster-like lumbering beat. So it's not really for a Frankenstein movie, but it is Frankenstein. Edgar Winter played many of the instruments on the track, including keyboards, alto sax, and timbales. As the release's only instrumental cut, the song was not initially intended to be on the album. It was only included on a whim as a last-minute addition. It was originally released as a B-side to Hangin' Around, but the two were soon reversed by the label when disc jockeys nationwide in the U.S. as well as Canada were inundated with phone calls and realized this was a hit. It features a double drum solo with Ruff on drums and Winter on percussion. In fact, the working title of the song was The Double Drum Song. So it shows you the power of DJs, the power of radio back in the day. And I do kind of miss the power of radio. Rolling Stone ranked this as number 7 on the best rock instrumentals of all time. And in live performances of the song, Edgar Winter further pioneered the advancement of the synthesizer as a lead instrument by becoming the first person ever to strap a keyboard instrument around his neck, giving him the onstage mobility and audience interaction of guitar players there. Edgar was the first one to do it. He's playing the ARP 2600 synth, the electric piano, the alto sax, and the timbales. Ronnie Montrose on guitar, Chuck Ruff, as I mentioned, on drums. Dan Hartman, the guy who sang I Can Dream About You back in the maybe 84, that was a huge hit, is playing bass, and Rick Derringer was the producer. All right, let's get it. Okay, I could see why it has got the name Frankenstein because it's all kinds of different stuff from great guitar work and drumming, and obviously the synth. And the synth almost making halfway through they're almost an EDM breakdown, like an electronica music breakdown. So it's kind of all over the place in a good way. I got to say though, I am shocked that this song went to #1 and had this kind of chart success. I mean, it's cool that it did, but yeah, I mean. And everybody on it was firing on all cylinders. Obviously, Edgar was the star, but the drumming, this drumming in particular, not just the percussion part that Edgar brought by Chuck Ruff was fantastic. Ronnie Montrose on the guitar was fabulous as well. Derringer, great producer. And I mean, there wasn't the bass work on there's, in the background a little bit. Hartman obviously did a good job, but the production by Derringer, kudos to him. And I'm sure Edgar probably had something to do with that as well. So now I've got to choose a winner. And for me, it's pretty easy, but because I haven't seen The Exorcist and it doesn't bring those memories instantly to me, I got to go with the Edgar Winter Group and Frankenstein. It's a fantastic piece of diversified music, but let me know what you think down below. Who do you think won and why? Thanks again to Seals for bringing this one. Happy Halloween, everybody. And until next time, guys, I will see you.